This is the pre-production version of the LG G5, which is LG's new flagship, and they didn't actually give us a release date, but B&H will have this on sale April 1st. So I'm assuming April Fool's is when this is going on sale.
Will that be unlocked at B&H?
Or
will it be a carrier?
Do not know.
Because that's one thing with the Galaxy S7, you have to buy it from a U.S.
which
carrier.
is a total bummer.
Yeah, and there's no unlocked version. So size-wise, it's about the same, right? And it's the Snapdragon 820, so it's the same processor. 4 gigs of RAM?
Yes, so, and a 2,800 milliamp battery pack that lasts just as long as the GS7's 3,000 milliamp.
No.
At least that was how much our pre-production battery tests.
Now, the Edge has a 3,600 milliamp hour.
Yes.
I've been very happy. Yeah. You have an Edge, right?
Yes.
I've been very happy with the life on the Edge.
It lasts about an hour and a half longer than the GS7, or it did in our PC Mark and Geekbench
But this
tests.
but if this does as well as the S7, that might be pretty good. But everybody, though, the thing that people are most interested in is, and there's, oh, by the way, the volume buttons no longer on the back.
Thank goodness.
They put them in a normal place. But that's where the fingerprint reader is. And notice there's no on-off switch. That's also the on-off switch,
It's super fast. It's just as fast as a 6P.
Well, so you don't need an on-off switch. I think for legal reasons, they have to have technically an on-off switch.
So that you can restart it if you need to. You hold down on it.
But I think that that's fine, isn't it?
Oh, it's lovely. I love it.
And then the other thing is the Friends.
Yes.
Now, so this is the, by the way, people say, well, you're going to have an add-on module. Is this going to be loose? It's not loose, is it? It's
not loose at all.
And there's the, it's a flush button, so it's not going to get accidentally pushed. You push that, and then this is wild. Look at that.
Yes.
Wasn't hard to get out either.
Nope. But now try and take the battery out.
Oh,
it's a bit of a.
Yeah, see, I feel like I'm going to break it.
But this is a good thing because it ensures that the battery stays in.
Should I pull it straight? Is there a release?
You kind of want to
rocket?
Jigger it, side to side like that.
Well, that's an interesting connector.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's how it connects. Now, thus far, there are only 2 models that will be available at launch, which is one from Bang & Olufsen, which enables hi-fi sound.
These are the so-called Friends?
Yes, I'm sorry. So they're called the LG Friends. So they're LG's Friends.
Oh, I broke it. Oh,
meh. It's like Lego.
So this is how it comes.
Yes, it comes just like this.
And you would be able to buy separate batteries, right? So you could it's replaceable batteries.
They are replaceable, but they have not mentioned anything about buying batteries yet. I'm sure they'll be aftermarket.
They have in the past.
Yeah. I'm sure that'll come through.
And does a SIM card go in here, or is there? No, there's a normal SIM slot.
Yes.
This is Verizon, so there it is. Okay,
yes.
So
this is actually the Korean variant. This doesn't even work here.
And this uses an SD card, but not adopted SD storage, unfortunately.
Yep. And the other Friend is a camera controller. So it has physical camera controls on it, so you can hold that way, easily zoom in and out. You have a shutter button, you have a quick button to take video, and it adds an extra, I hope I'm doing the math right, 1,200 milliamp battery. So you have 4,000 milliamp instead of 2,800.
Oh, I like that.
Which is great if you're shooting all day, if you're on vacation and you need
battery life to me is a big issue, I think.
Heck yeah, absolutely.
And there are going to be other Friends. In fact, they're having a Friends developer conference.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
This week, I think. Okay, so this is nice. By the way, I like the color. What do they call that color?
Pink? I'm not entirely sure.
Not rose gold
This is definitely not a rose. This is definitely straight up pastel pink, and I love it. But you know what? The other 2 colors, I actually forgot what they were. But I remember they looked nice.
Matches your nails perfectly. Was that an accident?
Actually, it was. It was an accident, but they do match.
No, I like this. It's subtle. It's not pink.
Absolutely.
It's pretty. Absolutely. It's very nice. And I love how this looks. The design is very nice. And it's got that liquidy screen curve there.
So the interesting thing about this is it's a modular phone. And it's kind of the first modular phone that we're seeing on the market. I mean, I know Google had Project Ara that they were having developers conferences for and things of the sort.
Whatever happened to that?
I have no idea what's happened to it. We haven't really heard much about that from Google. Typically in January, we would have had a developers conference, but we didn't have one this year.
Supposed to sell them in Puerto Rico.
Puerto Rico. They were supposed to start in Puerto Rico. Haven't really heard much about that. So this is pretty much like the first, I would say, consumer...
Since the Pfizer.
Oh, yes.
Since the Pfizer.
Yes. I totally forgot about that little guy. Yeah, it's the first consumer available iteration of a modular phone, and I am very curious to see how the public is going to accept something like this.
I love it that LG's trying stuff, because frankly, we're kind of at peak phone, right?
Yes.
There's not a lot you can do.
Goodness, are
that's
we? Yes.
different.
Yes.
You haven't had it long enough to try the camera and all the other stuff. This is
no,
it's
pre-production. Yeah, my boss was using it mostly for the week because he's an LG user. So boss gets first pick.
Boss gets first pick.
He does. So this weekend I'm going to take it out for more of a stroll. But also it's pre-production, so who knows? We'll get our final review unit in sometime next week or so.
And how is the software? Is there a lot of LG junk on that?
It's a sore spot for me.
You like pure Android.
I like pure Android, but I understand the reason that we have skinned versions, and in some cases I will suggest a skinned version to somebody, for instance, on a Samsung phone. There's lots of usability for that. So we're starting up the phone right now, but the thing about the LG is they took away the app drawer because they wanted to uncomplicate Android for its users, which was kind of a bummer. It still has this knock code on it, so you have to now you have to knock 8 times instead of 4. So let's see if I can remember. It goes 1122. There we go. I have to remember the knock code.
What's wrong with a fingerprint reader? Is this in addition to the fingerprint reader?
It's in addition to the fingerprint reader.
But if once you've unlocked it the first time you, so you don't have. How about the screen? It's a IPS LCD or is it it's not OLED, right?
It is an OLED.
Oh, it is an OLED.
It is an OLED, yes. Because it also has the always-on display, the same as the GS7.
Which by the way, love the always-on display. I use that all the time. It's always showing the time, the battery, the calendar. You can change, there's different ones. But it's usually a kind of scan. It's not like all your notifications. But I love having that. And it has not hit the battery life at all. It's a good-looking screen.
It is. So yeah, here you go. This is your non-app drawer life on
How
LG.
do you get to the apps?
You just, I mean, they're all just hang out here.
There?
Yeah. So this is actually a 5 grid. I just haven't filled out this side here, so it doesn't look weird.
So you'll have to have a page for every app has to be on a page? Well, the good news is you can use Nova Launcher or something else, right?
Well, you can enable it from the settings. You can re-enable it on the G5. I haven't tried to do that yet. But it bothers me because my own personal use. I like my app drawer. I like things tucked away, just like my house. I like things in a bookshelf.
Well, you see me. I'm like Mr. Widget. I have widgets everywhere. And then, in the apps I want, I either put them in folders or I put them in the app drawer.
That's the thing, though. If you add a widget to this thing, it's going to get so messy.
What are you going to do? Yeah, your apps, you're going to have 18 pages of apps. Well, but you can. This is the beauty of Android. You can always put a third-party launcher.
Be together, not the same.
Be together,
I know it's
not
Google's
the
mantra, but
they're right.
It's a good one.
I have to say, I'm loving the S7, and I don't feel like the Samsung. Although notice I'm using Nova Launcher, not the Samsung TouchWiz interface, but Samsung barely gets in the way. I immediately disable S-Voice. Immediately disable all the Samsung apps. LG G4, I really felt like I couldn't. I did not get into the software. It really bugged me a little bit.
It's a bit busy.
Yeah, so I'm not a Sammy guy particularly, but right now this is the phone to beat as far as I'm concerned. The Samsung S7. I'll be very interested to see what the G5 does. $799. We don't know yet.
We actually have
announced?
No idea.
No.
I don't have any finalized details from LG, so I don't want to speak.
But B&H April Fool's Day.
Yes, April Fool's
Supposedly.
Day.
Is that official or a rumor?
Android Central reported on it, so.
All right. Must be true. It's official.